It is Monday, September 8th, 2025. It's 7:30 p.m. right now. The sun is just now setting. It's disappearing on the horizon, or rather behind the trees on the horizon. I can see just a little bit of light coming from the sun. And I come out here right now. I'm just checking on the animals. I'm planning on moving them tomorrow morning. And a whole bunch of sheep had decided to move themselves. I only set up 2 wires this time. The 3 wires seemed to work okay, but the 2 wires, I guess they didn't work until... Well, they worked fine until the last day. But so we had, how old is that bull? Anyway, so we had a bunch of them escape, and I put them back, and you know, it's always a kind of a pain in the butt to put them back. But occasionally a mama will cross the wire and the lamb will stay behind. And so you hear those lambs crying for their mamas. So I put 3 wires up. The fence is hot. I think the hot wire was at 5.9 kilovolts. And the other side was 10.2. And so if they happen to touch 2 of these wires that are next to each other, they will get a nice 15,000 volts. A little zap, a pop that'll wake them up and remind them not to do that again. It was the weather. I kept the weather with the use to prevent the ram effect. He was the one that I'd turn around and he'd cross the wire. I'm not really sure what they're going for, but you know, I think I have a pretty good clue what they want. And the way I discovered this is I just looked across the wire for the grass that's missing here, but is present over here. And sure enough, it's that bladed grass. I guess it's a type of crabgrass or something. So the sheep are hungry for that crabgrass. I was thinking of getting, might be time to get some protein supplement. What is it called? Cottonseed meal. That's my neighbor's bull. He's just a big belly acher. Are you 2 years old now? How long have you been making noises like that? Always raising a ruckus like that. Yeah. This barbed wire won't protect me if that bull decides to go after me, so hoping he's just more scared of the electric shocks in the fence than the barbed wires. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna watch my back here. Anyway, I think that's what they're going after, is that crabgrass. Hopefully I get more of next year. I was watching Greg Judy's video that was released today, or maybe it was yesterday, I don't know when. But he was moving them into a field that had a bunch of eastern gamma grass, and I was like, oh my goodness, that looks beautiful. And he said he was in that pasture 4 times in the summer. And I don't know too much about the Missouri climate, especially where Greg Judy's at, but their summer's quite a bit shorter than our summer. It starts a little bit later and it ends a little bit sooner. If he's still in summer, it's not going to last long. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see in a few weeks that they get freezing weather, and they might even be getting snow and ice and stuff like that. So in October, maybe even September, it gets cold there quick. This year I'm going to try to seed some fescue just as an experiment. I'm going to buy a bag of fescue. I'm going to seed it, just kind of, you know, broadcast it. I might do the thing where I wait till it's like super wet outside, and then I roll out some hay, and then I roll out some feed. I don't roll out some feed. I put some feed in the trough, the protein supplement, and then around the hay and the feed, I put the seed down, and then the cattle will trample that into the ground. So I'll probably save some to try that. But I wanted to see if I can get fescue growing here too. That might help with the spring, but more especially the autumn and the winter, because the fescue maintains a bit more protein than the other grasses do. And then the other thing too that I wanted to do was that back 20, which if you see the trees at the edge there, some of those trees are close. The rest of the trees are far, but there's like a little bit of a tree line there. But behind those trees is a huge 20-acre pasture that my neighbor lets me graze. And so I'm thinking of bringing my dogs back there, maybe my male dogs, putting their food back there, moving Hindungi back there, and just letting them kind of get used to the land, learn the fence perimeter. I'll go out there several times with them and walk the perimeter with them so they understand what the perimeter is. And then let them back there, and then I might feel comfortable leaving the sheep back there with them. But I think definitely I want to put the cows back there. I just don't have that many cows. I can probably leave the cows back there for a month, But yeah, in that latest video, Greg Judy was saying some not positive things about total grazing. And one of the commentators made a great comment, which indicated that Greg's kind of attacking a straw man, that's not how total grazing is supposed to work. But when it comes to total grazing versus selective grazing, I'm a selective grazing guy. I don't know that it's better on my pasture and my climate than total grazing. In fact, there's some evidence that maybe the total grazing might be better for my climate, my pasture. But I've just been doing that, and so the results you see here, that's what I'd get from selective grazing. And the weeds that you see, the only weeds that I really see in the pasture is some ragweed, a tiny bit of milkweed. The sheep destroy the milkweed. I don't think I'm ever going to get milkweed again. The sheep just eat the seed heads off the milkweed. They like teleport to where the milkweed is and they eat it and it disappears. But ragweed is another weed. And then the other weed that you see in here, this is called goatweed. It's woolly croton, I think, is a more scientific description. It has a scientific name. I forget what it is. But if you go back to any video, anytime during the year, in the summer, you're going to see lots of goatweed in my pasture. And I'm just not concerned about it. I really am not. In a bad drought, I saw that the goatweed was very thick in a spot, and then underneath the goatweed was tons of grass. And under that grass was some damp soil in the middle of a drought, nonetheless. So the goatweed's doing something good. I'm not taking any measures to try to eradicate it. Just let it do its thing, as long as I got plenty of grass. So yeah, those are about the only weeds I have left in my pasture. I remember last year in the woods I had these weeds that were up to my neck. Don't remember what they were. But this year they're completely gone. It's just all grass back there. There's hardly any goatweed too back in the trees. So I'm not concerned about it, So that's what 5 years of selective grazing has done for my pasture. Well, I wouldn't say 5 years, probably closer to 2 years, because the first 3 years I had no idea what I was doing. But that's what it's done for me, and I'm going to keep doing it. And then at some point I might perform some experiments or see something if I think I can get more out of it. But this year, I was looking at different seeds that I can try to get some different breeds of grass going or something. But I think at the end of the day, I'm just going to mostly leave it. I want to get the fescue. If I can get fescue going, that'll be a game changer. So anyway, guys, you have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.